flash. I swear, baby, it was just 'cause now she I forget the shit that you done done. Baby, gonna take the charge and take the fall for. Would love to take you shopping, but I'm in your tones. Sorry, little mama, I can give you more. Baby, could you? I got too much on my mind right now. I ain't got the time to get you set right now. Could you? I got too much on my mind right now. Time to get my baby back down.
Jack, when you coming back, where's your shit on the map? Everything is intact, could have been a seamstress, still wouldn't cut him slack. Pretty much I got a clue, itty bitty piggyback off everything I do. But I'm still dropping chores, got him looking like James Harden at the awards. Back to you, I'm so into you, for real, bread like I'm kin to you. If you a 10, I add 10 to you. They be mad when I 10 to you, that's what the pay like. Call me Buffy, cause that's what I slay like. These I sound like it's daylight, these wanna know what it tastes like. What it tastes like, yo, what it tastes like, yo. They wanna know what it tastes like, yo. All this ice, it tastes like snow. Get kimonos and let's fly to Tokyo. Pretty, pretty, please, baby, won't you pop this shit?
Ready, set, better yet.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin today's contest, we would like to take an opportunity to recognize members of both teams here tonight, as they have been chosen as all MIAA team members for the 2021-22 season. Gentlemen, when I call your name, please step out and be recognized. First, from Albion College, Ken Thomas. From Albion College, Cortez Garland. From Hope College, Clayton Dykehouse. And your MIAA Most Valuable Player from Hope College, Evan Thomas. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to please stay standing and to honor America with the singing of our national anthem. Please welcome Hope College freshman, Miss Megan Barta.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Megan Barta.
We're gonna skate to one song only.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the DeVos Fieldhouse here in the campus of Hope College for today's MIAA Men's Basketball Tournament semifinal between the Britons of Albion College and the Hope College Flying Dutchmen. Here are tonight's starting lineups. First for the Britons at 1 forward, a 6'4" senior from Lansing, number 3, Justin Maccabee. And at 1 forward for the Flying Dutchman, a 6'4" junior from Okemos, number 24, Evan Thomas. At 1 forward for the Britons, a 6'3" senior from Rowlett, Texas, number 10, MJ Barnes. And at 1 forward for the Flying Dutchman, a 6'6" senior from Hawthorne Woods, Illinois, number 32, Jeff Bikas. Starting at center for the Britons, a 6'5" senior from Redford Township, number 2, Devin Holmes. And at center for the Flying Dutchman, a 6'7" sophomore from Holland, number 5, Tanner Wiggering. At 1 guard for the Britons, a 6' junior from East Lansing, number 4, Jonathan Armstead Wilkerson. And at 1 guard for the Flying Dutchman, a 6'2" senior from Libertyville, Illinois, number 15, Josh Lilja. And at the final guard spot for the Britons, a 6' senior from Detroit, number 11, Cortez Garland. And at the final guard spot for the Flying Dutchman, a 5'11" junior from Zeeland, number 1, Clayton Dykehouse. Albion College is coached by Jody May. Hope College is coached by Greg Mitchell. Your officials this evening, Kyle Bowen, Chad Palmer, and Zach Porritt. Your alternate official is Sean Dingfeld.
Hello and welcome to DeVos Fieldhouse. The energy is electric here in Holland, Michigan. My name is Matt Roblin, and I'm joined by Austin Cortez for tournament basketball. Austin, we are thrilled to bring you this matchup between the Hope College Flying Dutchman and the Brits of Albion College. Austin, are you excited for tonight or what?
Oh, geez, what a pleasure, you know. I don't want Chrysler Arena. I don't want Rupp Arena. Give me DeVos Fieldhouse on a Friday night against Albion.
I love to hear that, Austin. We're thrilled for this game. Albion and Hope both coming off of dominating quarterfinal wins. Albion took down Olivet and Hope took down Kalamazoo. We are ready for tip-off here. Thank you for joining us at DeVos Fieldhouse. Wiggering wins the tip-off for the Dutch. Here is Clayton Dykehouse of the All-MIAA team. Here's Evan Thomas, your MVP for the Flying Dutch. Wiggering thinks about it. Goes back to Thomas. Thomas trying to get Bikas open. Shot here from Lilja, just a little bit off. And rebounded there by the Brits and Jay Barnes.
You got to give some love to Joshua here. You know, Libertyville High School is my hometown, basically. I went to Warren, we're actually rivals, but here we are at Hope now, so got to spread the love.
Love to see those connections. This Albion team comes in after defeating Hope in January. This is a rematch both teams are looking forward to eagerly as we see the first bucket of the night for Justin Maccabee. In their last matchup, Albion played excellent on the defensive side, holding Hope to 68 points. They scored 75 and won that game. Here's Thomas. Screen from Bikas. Thomas maintains possession.
As everyone knows, Evan Thomas is Tanner for 3. Bang! Give
Nothing
it to
but
him.
net. Tanner Wiggering gets the scoring started for the Dutch, the sophomore from Holland. The big man with a nice shot from 3.
Yes, and their leading three-point scorer with 40% from 3.
Here's Cortez Garland. Swings out to Maccabee. Back to Maccabee, who's being defended by Wiggering. Gets possession in the paint. Good D from Wiggering. Back out to Barnes. Here's Maccabee. Back to Barnes. Good defense from the Dutch in this possession. Oh, and a nice pump fake from Maccabee. He's going to drive, and that is a nice bucket.
That's a good bucket.
Just as the shot clock expires for the Brits. Here's Clayton Dykehouse, as we mentioned, part of the All-MIAA team this year. Foul on Albion. That's on number 2, Devin Holmes. That's his first of the game. As you see the replay here, provided by our excellent video team. Austin, what are some things you're looking for in this game?
What am I looking for? I mean, man, we got to be big in the rebounding category. That's where fundamental basketball starts. And I just can't wait to see how we do in the paint today.
Yeah, exciting game for both teams. Dykehouse And Hope, 2 from 2 for 3 to start off the game. The Dutch started off cold in the first half against Kalamazoo, but they found their range in the second half, shooting 60%. That three-pointer off the mark for Armstead Wilkerson. Here's Evan Thomas. Thomas comes in leading all Dutch in scoring, and look at the steal there. Garland, the all MIAA player for the Brits, with a scoop and score. The last time these two teams played, Ken Thomas scored a career-high 22 points off the bench. Expect to see both Thomases having impressive performances today, Austin.
That's for certain. Here he is now.
Thomas, Bicus back to Thomas. Thomas looking to get on the scoring column, back to Wiegerink. Bicus, oh, the great pass out to Dykhouse, and it is 3 for 3.
3 for 3. Clayton Dykhouse 2 for 2. He is heating up, ladies and gentlemen.
Earlier in the season, it was well documented that Hope had struggled tremendously from three-point range. Great start for them today. They have really improved in these last couple of games, and that's going to be a charge taken. One of the best plays in all of basketball. Mr. Lilja there.
That Libertyville mentality right there.
Yes. And you love to see the Duke crew getting into it as we see the replay here. And hey, this is tournament basketball. Every inch matters, every charge taken matters, every loose ball matters, Austin. Hope setting a strong start for themselves here. Here is Clayton Dykhouse using his quickness to get up the floor. Here's Bicus. Lilja. Lilja's looking for somewhere to pass the ball. Good defense from Armstead Wilkerson. Here's Evan Thomas. Dykhouse. Screened by Bicus.
He's going to be feeling himself here. He's going to want it.
The heat check.
1, 2, 3, baby.
Somebody cool him down. Clayton Dykhouse is on fire at the Voss Fieldhouse.
Start the sprinklers. Let's get it going.
And look at him going. He's getting the bench. And the crowd into it. What a fantastic start for Clayton Dykhouse. Foul there. As Justin McAbee went up for the layup. And wow, what a scorching performance so far from three-point range for the Flying Dutch.
Hey, big-time players make big-time plays.
And they're picking up right where they left off in that second half against Kalamazoo. We're going to have a timeout on the floor. We'll stay here for this timeout. Austin, it's great to see everybody in DeVos. Obviously, it wasn't too far ago that we barely had anybody in these stadiums, and we had no one in these stadiums. It's so good to see the Duke crew in here, to see fans from both teams. Austin, you know, we were looking at the stats from that last game when these two teams played, and the shooting performance for the Dutch was very porous, to say the least, and Albion came out with great defense. What about Albion, do you think, in that game made them fare so well against this Dutch team?
I think what you see with Albion is their heart. I mean, there's no doubting this team. They leave it all on the court, and that shows, you know, in their defense, but it also sometimes shows in the foul sheet too. So we'll see how that plays out. We'll see if any players get into foul trouble. It'll be an interesting game for sure.
Yeah, that's a great point. When Albion plays against Hope, they had the most fouls they've had all season. Very aggressive brand of defense. We'll see if they go the same angle in this game today against the Dutch. So far, Hope shooting 4 of 5. Albion shooting 3 of 4. 12-6 for the Dutch is your score.
Definitely an interesting game. I mean, as you can tell, Hope not necessarily super dynamic offensively, but you can't deny the threes from Dykhouse and Tanner here. I mean, that's what keeps you in the game.
Yeah. The last time these two teams played, Dykhouse only had 6 points on 2 for 9 shooting. He's already topped that in just a few minutes in this game. Just off for McAbee. McAbee is a senior. He's 6'4", from Lansing, Michigan, who played at East Lansing. In terms of free throws, the Brits shoot about 70% from the free throw range this season. Hope comes in at 80%, Austin. That is quite the impressive number.
That is remarkable. I mean, that not that we're an NBA team, but those are NBA numbers right there.
Absolutely. Here's Evan Thomas. Dykhouse. Bicus. And Evan Thomas, you know he's going to take that shot. It's a little off there. But a good look generated there for the Dutch. Can't be mad at that.
Definitely.
Here is Fred Garland for the Brits. We haven't mentioned it yet, but we had some substitutions on that media timeout, including Ken Thomas, who we have noted earlier is a dominant performer for the Brits. Great D there for the Dutch. The ball remains with the Brits. And Austin, you've been following this Hope team closely all season. What would you say about their progression? Obviously coming in, winning 5 straight. They had some struggles early in the season. What do you make of this Dutch team?
Yeah, I think honestly it goes down to the stat sheet. I mean, you could tell the shooting percentages went up, and so did the win column. And that's what it comes down to. But also, in my 4 years being here at Hope, I've never seen a team play for each other like this, and that's really remarkable. You got to love these guys in this team.
Maccabee with some strong play in the post, but even better defense for the Dutch. Here's Dijkhuis sprinting down the court. Bicus pump fake back to Dijkhuis. He's going to go for a fourth, and he cannot miss.
Oh my goodness!
Big play, Clay. What has gotten into him here?
He wants it. He wants it.
And the fans love it here at Electric DeVos Fieldhouse. Rims out for Garland. Goes off a Dutch player, and it will go back to the Brits.
Wow, 4 for 4 from 3, Clayton Dijkhuis.
Yeah, Dijkhuis comes in for the season shooting 39% from 3-point range. And he'll tell you that 4 for 4 is a little bit better than that. Ken Thomas with his first bucket of the game. Watch for him all game. Ken Thomas comes in at 6'5". He's from Harper Woods, Michigan. And once again, as we stated earlier, he scored 22 in their last game together against the Dutch. Here's Bicus. Good defense from Thomas. To the other Thomas. And Thomas draws the foul on a hard take.
And that's a big part of Thomas's game, driving to the paint, getting these free throws. I mean, he shoots about 82% from the free throw line, and that's huge. Those are easy buckets right there.
Absolutely. Thomas will shoot 2 free throws.
I think a fun matchup to watch here too is Jeff Bicus and Ken Thomas. I mean, they're 2 solid fundamental players who fight in the paint, and that'll be a great matchup to watch tonight. Absolutely. Good for Thomas there. That's what we call a shooter's bounce. Thomas comes in shooting 82% approximately on the season. At the free throw stripe. Tyler George set to check in for the Dutch. Both good there for Evan Thomas. Tyler George, another player coming in hot. He was 4 of 4 from 3 in the game against Kalamazoo. He had 14 points. And who could forget that late game 3 he had against the Calvin Knights just recently. Here's Cortez Garland. Garland with a little step back J. That's nothing but net for Cortez Garland. He made that look easy. All MIAA Cortez Garland, that is, as well as Ken Thomas. They were recognized before the game here at DeVos. Here's George. Back to Dijkhuis. Bicus is going to take a 3, and it's just off. Rebounded by Devin Holmes. Looking for Thomas down there, but the pass just a little bit off. Good positioning in the paint. Jackson Halbert will inbound, for the Dutch. The 6'7" sophomore from Saugatuck, Michigan, who played at Holland Christian. A little bit of confusion there as Eli Skudenveld checks out of the game. Wigerink comes in. Here's Dijkhuis. You can see it on his face. He's feeling himself there.
Oh, yeah. Halbert. Good D there from Thomas, and that's going to be a steal for the Brits.
Those turnovers can be costly. Cortez Garland.
A little off there from Garland. Good defense from Halbert. Dykhouse so shifty.
A lot
Hit
of contact
hard there. Yeah, a lot of contact there. With Chance Crittenden.
Tyler George and Cortez Garland.
Garland defended by George. Good defense. Here's Thomas. Defended by Gabe Quillen. And that is a block there.
Oh, he's handing out invitations to the block party.
Tanner Wiggerink. And Dykhouse is fouled
on the floor.
There's the replay here. Austin, what do you make of the energy level so far for these teams in this first half?
Yeah, the Hope students just keep trickling in here. It'll be an exciting day to be in the Voss Fieldhouse for sure.
And for the teams, you know, Hope coming in with a lot of energy. The fans definitely helping to generate that excitement. You can see they're moving fast, quick pace. A lot of contact there, no foul. Ball's going to stay with the orange team. See it on the replay there. Here's Thomas to inbound. Quillen. George. Back to Thomas. Thomas defended by Garland. A little off on the three. That's a great matchup to watch tonight as well. Here's Jonathan Armstead Wilkerson. Thought about the three, but instead he's going to give it to Thomas. It's a wise decision percentage-wise, but it doesn't go in. But the rebound and the follow from Devin Holmes, and we've got a 17-13 game. Wiggerink out to George, and George with a good look. He lets it go, and that's nothing but net.
Bang! Give it a hot sauce. Interesting, though, to see Gabe Quillen in the game. Obviously, an exciting freshman to watch, but only has 33 minutes on the season, so we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, Coach Mitchell showing some trust in those young guys tonight. Step back three, and that is nothing but air, unfortunately, for Cortez Garland. Here's Evan Thomas.
Albion foul number 11.
Foul on Cortez Garland there. It's the fifth for the team, first for Garland.
Media timeout.
We've got a timeout here. We're going to cut to a commercial. Welcome back. The score is 20-13 for the Flying Dutch. 10:56 remaining in this first half. And update you on another very important MIAA matchup. Calvin leads Shrine 41-30 at half.
Honestly, a little surprised there. I thought it'd be a much closer game, but good on Calvin. We'd love to see a Calvin Hope final, wouldn't we?
Yeah, and we'll see what happens. Anything can happen in the second half as well. Calvin, as we all know, was defeating Hope by around 8 points in the game they played against the Dutch. Ended up losing that game. Calvin, though, with a strong performance so far. We'll see if they can maintain that. Here's Wiggerink. George. Back to Wigerink. He's got a good look at his three. He's going to pull, and it's just off. Hope not being shy from three-point range, as we've seen all season, regardless of misses or makes. Thankfully for them, they are shooting a very high percentage from downtown so far tonight.
And you got to get excited about Cortez Garland and Clayton Dykehouse. Dykehouse, an outstanding defender, and Cortez Garland, a great scorer. So we'll see how that plays out tonight as well.
Here's Devin Holmes. He's going for the shot, and it goes in.
Wow, strong and confident take there.
Here's TJ McKenzie. That's the first we've seen of him. Inbounds it, excuse me, to Clayton Dykehouse. Here's George. Excuse me, here's Thomas. McKenzie. McKenzie, the junior, 6'3", is going to take the shot, and that's good for McKenzie.
He's not even supposed to be here. He's a football player. Give him that
right.
bucket.
The dual sport athlete, TJ McKenzie, with the bucket. That's his first of the game.
Gotta love TJ McKenzie's attitude and his heart. It's always there, and you can always see it off the court.
Here's Garland. Garland's going to drive on Wigerink. Draws the foul. Nicely done there from Cortez Garland, who's looking to get into the scoring column.
Wigerink, his first, team's second.
And Wigerink has to be careful here because he leads the team in foul outs. So you don't want to see anybody fouling out because this is a big game, and we need to have all of our starters in as long as we can.
Absolutely. Garland shooting 2 of 3 tonight. He has 4 points. Oh. Wow. That's that shooter's bounce we were talking about, Austin.
Hey, it's there for a reason.
Eli Schoonveld and Jeff Bicus check in for the Dutch. And Wigerink checks out.
Speaking of Schoonveld, quick shout out to our athletic director here at Hope, Timothy Schoonveld. Great guy. Gotta love his heart.
Absolutely. Thankful for all of the people that help us make events like this happen. And it's always a pleasure to be watching great games. And there's so many people that go into it. Thank you all. Here's Clayton Dykehouse.
Bicus.
Look at that.
Oh, big man can shoot too. Hand him a 3, please.
Bicus with a nice shot from downtown. He shoots well.
34% from 3 on the season. TJ
Look at the
McKenzie with the
defense.
steal.
And you talk about heart. Look at the heart right there from TJ McKenzie.
Wow.
Getting the Duke crew and the fans here into it. McKenzie will inbound. Great camera work from our team there. Here's Dykehouse. Bicus. Back to Dykehouse. Defended by Garland. Good D there from Justin McAbee flying in. McKenzie's going to inbound and a little sloppy there. That's going to be taken by McAbee.
Yeah, that is not the pass we're looking for.
A transition 3 there for MJ Barnes, but it's no good. Rebounded by Dykehouse. Dykehouse with a pass to Bicus. Bicus is going to try to put that one up, and he doesn't.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The big man can shoot the 3, but you better not forget about that post play as well.
That's for certain. He's 40% from field goal.
And an unforced turnover. Excuse me. That was not a turnover. It's tipped off of a Dutch player. We all make mistakes, including us in the broadcast booth here. Here's Justin McAbee. Garland. Here's Devin Holmes. Out to McAbee. Garland defended by Thomas. Little pick and roll. And that's a nicely designed play, but nothing doing.
Big rebound. You can tell he's a wide receiver there, huh?
Absolutely. Great positioning from McKenzie. Here's Dykehouse being guarded staunchly from perimeter. Back to Thomas.
Thomas relatively quiet tonight. We'll see how the second half and the rest of this half and the second half turns out.
Yeah, Thomas with only 2 points tonight on free throws. He's been defended rather intensely. You have to note Cortez Garland has been an absolute beast on the defensive end. We'll stay here for this media timeout. Austin, it's been an exciting game so far. Hope out to an impressive lead, 27-16 so far in this game. How about the performances we've seen from Clayton Dykhouse?
Wow. I mean, when you talk about big-time players, big-time players, that's it right there. I mean, having 12 points by himself, you know, before the half's even over, that's big. That's huge. That's especially huge for Hope. And when I think about all of Hope's, you know, exceptional athletes, I'm thinking about McKenna Otto, All-American volleyball team, you know, Dom Byrne, center back for the soccer team. And these are the players that just really make a difference for Hope and the players that the community loves. So you love to see them step up when they need to be relied on.
Yeah, absolutely. And Hope's last game, they defeated Kalamazoo 80-58. They only shot 3-pointers in the first half, shooting at a 16.7% clip, but they upped that to 9 threes at a 60% clip in the second half. Evan Thomas, the player of the week, once again had 18 points and 14 rebounds. Albion in their game against Olivet was trailing 35-25 before a strong comeback. Cortez, Garland, and Ken Thomas, team standouts, lived up to their names, dominating. Garland had 22 points off the, Thomas had 22 points off the bench and a statement dunk in the second half. Garland added 20 points as well. Coming into this game, Hope averages 76 points per game, allowing 69 points per game. Albion averages 74, offering 71. Here is Dykhouse. Miscommunication there, eh?
Yeah, and turnovers are going to be huge. We can't afford to give the ball away like that.
Here's Armstead Wilkerson out to Marco Lucchesi. Devin Holmes trying to get down there, and that's a block for TJ McKenzie.
MIAA basketball right there. That's what you love to see.
Evan Thomas. Oh, look at the spin.
Goodness. The Thomas Laundromat open 24/7 for spin cycles, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, before the break, we said Evan Thomas has been quiet so far, making his presence very loud and clear here at DeVos with that wonderful move. Foul on Thomas for a hold. Third for the team in the half. And another 24, Thomas is going to enter the game. That is Ken for the Brits. And Quillen, the freshman, going to come back in. TJ McKenzie leaves the game to applause. What a dynamic player TJ McKenzie has proven to be.
Definitely.
Whenever he steps on, man.
His athleticism is astounding, and you see it on the court, too.
Here's Thomas. Thomas defended well by Bicus.
And interesting to see Quillen back in the game as soon as Ken Thomas checks back in. I wonder if there's some sort of strategy there.
Here's Dykhouse on Thomas. George, a foot behind the arc, just off. Thomas is going to give it up to Armstead Wilkerson. Armstead runs the break. He's going to drive. Woo, and that was a nice cut and move there for Armstead Wilkerson. He's with a chance for an and one.
He is quick.
His first team's fourth. Basket was good by number 4, Jonathan Armstead Wilkerson.
Jonathan Armstead Wilkerson is very solid from the line, shooting 84% from the free throw line.
Yeah, one of the best performers from the stripe for the Brits. And number 4 gets the three-point play. Here's Dykhouse. Dykhouse shot 4 early three-pointers, all of them good. Hasn't been able to get open look since. Here's Thomas, and Thomas is going to pull up mid-range contested. And that's just skill, size, positioning.
That is fundamentals.
Fundamental basketball. You can't guard him, says the Duke crew here. Here's Devin Holmes, swings it out to MJ Barnes. Armstead Wilkerson thinks about it. He's going to go for a step back 3. That's off. And A little bit too much there for Ken Thomas as he draws, as he commits the foul. Going for the board.
Dutchman number 10, Eli Schoonveld, and 15, Josh Lilja.
We just saw Eli Schoonveld and Josh Lilja check in there for the Dutchman.
We're going to see free throws here for Bicus. And Austin, it's fun to have you courtside. This is Austin's first basketball call of the season, and this is quite a big game, so we're thrilled to have you. Thanks for doing this. Austin, a soccer player for the Dutch, and an avid fan of this basketball team, so I'm sure you're thrilled to be out here.
Definitely. It's a pleasure. Like I said before, there's no place I'd rather be. You guys will have to bear with me if I end up stuttering a little bit. As Roby said, it's my first game, but I'm so glad to be here.
Absolutely. Here is Garland. And a cut and a take there for Barnes. Nothing doing. Rebounded by Ken Thomas. Ken Thomas trying to make something happen. Swings it out. Here's Barnes. Back to Thomas. Good D, though. Quillen with some staunch defense in the paint against a very impressive Ken Thomas. Wow, look at the D.
Yeah, it's there for
and a travel. And look at that, Quillen.
Pack a suitcase. He's traveling.
Hey, this is a statement defensive performance so far for the freshman. You'd love to see it.
Yeah, and you got to give credit to the coach here. I mean, it's obviously a strategic play, and it's working at the moment.
And look at that, Mitchell so thrilled at his young player. You see the bench reactions.
6'9" is a good attribute to have when you're a basketball player, isn't it, Matt Roby?
Absolutely. Here's Bicus. Doubled, swings it out. Here's Wegerink. Wegerink for the three, just off.
It's a good look, though. You can't be upset with that look.
Here's Garland, defended by Lilja. Holmes. Jeff Bicus commits a foul there. You can see the replay here from our video services crew. Yep, a little bit of contact there.
Not the hardest foul you'll see tonight, I'd say.
Yeah. How about the steal there from Lilja getting up? And it's going to be all the way.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Flight number 10, you are cleared for landing.
Eli Schoonveld drops a hammer here at the Voss Fieldhouse.
He can't get up, ladies and gentlemen. He's taking an elevator straight to the bucket.
And how about that response? That's a nice bucket from MJ Barnes. That is not an easy shot. Here's Lilja. Look at the layup there for Mr. Lilja.
And spicy boy from Libertyville.
Look at this. You can see the ecstasy on the faces of the Dutch players and the fans here. They are having a dream start, up 16 on the Brits. In the last game they played against Albion, the defense of the Brits was dominating. In this game, Hope's O can just not be stopped so far. We're going to have a media timeout, and we are going to cut to a commercial. We'll be back with you shortly.
We've intentionally never had minimum account sizes. Our philosophy has always been, if you're willing to put in the work and we'll collaborate and we set the plan in place and you're willing to go along with this plan and to put forth effort to this plan, we're happy to work with you. It's what we love to do. And so we have people coming in from the very starting point all the way to, to the wealthy people. It's all different scenarios. Financial planning is not just for the wealthy.
Yeah, looky here, you got some Hope College fans having a great night tonight at DeVos Fieldhouse, and that is the mood encapsulated for all Hope fans here.
That must be an important phone call there.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it's from Clayton Dykehouse or Evan Thomas, maybe even Eli Schoonveld.
I'll tell you what, I'd be answering that phone call.
Nothing but smile so far for the Dutch fans, but for Albion so far, Hope's offense has just been on fire, and they've been quick, they've been fast. This is not the same Dutch team that the Brits saw in January.
Definitely not. And you can tell by the fast break offense that they're playing right now that they're dynamic, they're quick, and they're getting buckets.
Well, this Albion team, tough to play against. They defeated both Hope and Calvin this season. So Hope cannot get complacent here. And the Brits need to get something going with this game. Far from over. Nice take there, but nothing going in there for Devin Holmes. The Brits could have really used that for momentum.
Definitely. Nice little pick and roll play there. That worked really well. Just needed to finish there.
Here's Bicus. Lilja. Thomas.
And Tanner is begging for the ball in the paint.
Yeah. Bicus is going to shoot the three. That's a little bit off. Look at the rebound. But Schoonveld came flying in a little bit out there.
He's still riding a high from that dunk.
Yeah.
I would be too.
And he checks out. In comes George. Legend has it, Austin Cortez, that once in your younger years you could actually jump like Mr. Schoonveld.
The rumors are false. I will tell you that right now.
That is unfortunate. Inbound is from Thomas. Bicus swings out to Lilja. George back in the game. Here's Lilja. Back to Thomas. Ooh, Thomas. He's going to take it. Oh, no, my goodness.
Call him Mr. Smuckers with all that jelly.
Woo. The pump, and he goes up against two Brit defenders, but the MVP cannot be stopped. Shot there, and that is a much-needed three-pointer from MJ Barnes, senior from Texas. Bringing a little southern flair to Michigan. There's Thomas. Coming off of that nice layup. Here's George. He's going to look for someone to give the ball to.
Might take it himself.
Here's Lilja. Loses the ball. Stripped there. Brits with the steal.
See what they do with this turnover here.
2:40 left in this first half. The Brits really need to get some momentum going before half. Austin. Doubled there. Look at the defense from the Dutch, but a good pass. Here's Garland. Garland can't make it happen.
Coach Mitch asking for a travel there.
Yep. Dykhouse checks back in the game. Out comes Lilja. Lilja with a strong showing.
Definitely, and I wonder if resting players and making sure everyone's healthy for what could be a fantastic postseason is on Hope College's mind right now.
Absolutely. So far in this game, Hope is shooting the lights out of this building at around 61%, shooting 14 of 23 from three-point range. Austin, they're shooting 7 of 15. That's 46%. Albion shooting 41% from the floor, only 1 of 5 from three-point range.
Bicus for three.
He's going to take that every time, and that's why. Make that 8 of 16, and that's 50% from downtown.
That's just not normal.
Jeff Bicus, a big man. And George got whacked in the mouth there.
Yeah, he doesn't look too happy about that, does he?
No, he does not. We could see him a great vantage point from the table here, courtside. What? That's going to be a foul against George.
He doesn't seem to agree.
No, he does not, my friend. Crittenden will inbound. Good D there from Wiggerink, except for he's blown by just a little bit. Nice pass, which leads to a Ken Thomas bucket.
And you got to give credit to Albion here. They're still playing offense. They're still playing their game. And they're looking good. It's not over yet.
Yep. Thomas with only 4 points so far in this game.
Oh, my.
And
oh, my. Evan G. Buckets. The G stands for Gits.
Evan gets buckets. You heard it here first. And it is a Thomas party in these last two possessions here at DeVos Fieldhouse. Austin Cortez bringing some flair as well to the broadcast.
Got to have a little fun while we're here, don't you think?
Absolutely. Off by Barnes, rebounded by Evan Thomas, who led the MIAA. That's right, led the MIAA with 9 rebounds per game. Timeout for the Dutch.
And the Dutch are happy. I mean, there's not much to complain about right now.
Absolutely. That's a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay here. We got about a minute left in this first half. Austin, what are takeaways that you've got so far for this incredible game where, you know, so much riding on this? Obviously, it's the tournament. It doesn't get any bigger than this. What do you make of this game so far?
Yeah, I mean, this is what you work for. This is what you fight for. This is a whole season, a whole career of work, you know, coming down to this moment. And I really don't have that much bad to say about Albion at all. I mean, they're shooting 42% from the field. They're shooting 20% from three, which isn't great, but it's not necessarily their game, you would say. It's just Hope is just shooting the lights out of the building, like you mentioned earlier. I mean, 64% from the field, 50% from three. That is not okay.
Absolutely.
It's not even fair.
I remember calling a game earlier this season with Jordan George, brother of Ty, where Hope played against a University of Wisconsin Platteville school, and I just remember how good we thought they would have been if they started to hit those three-pointers, because they look so good in every other facet of the game, and that's been the story in a bunch of games for Hope this season. Today we're seeing what that Dutch team looks like when they make their shots. Thomas being defended. Look at the press here from the Brits. George, who we just mentioned with the shot, just a little bit off.
A lot of contact there from Wiggering.
Yep. Here's Garland. He's going to go down. A little one-on-one action there. And by one-on-one, I mean the numbers on those shirts. Nice bucket for Garland. Here's the other number one, Clayton Dykehouse, who, of course, had 4 three-pointers early in this game, but has cooled off since, hasn't taken a shot. Here's Thomas. He's going to hold it. Pick from George. And they're all over him. It's a double team. He's going to go for it anyway. Body's hitting the floor.
People holding faces.
Yeah. Looks like Garland got whacked on the play, as you see him grabbing his eyes, grabbing his head.
You don't like to see any sort of head injury, that's for sure.
Yeah. You see the replay here.
Oh, it looks like he might have caught a shoe. Might have caught Evan Thomas's shoe on the follow through there.
Yeah, it looks like he got hit in the lower body by Thomas. It's being tended to.
It's good to see him up.
Yeah. It's one thing in these tournament games, Austin, you want to see everybody healthy. You want it. It's such a shame, you know, when people get injured in big games. And you mentioned, you know, a whole career of work. And, you know, extends farther than that for athletes at this level. It's a whole lifetime of work. So I hope that he is all right. Hate to see injuries in games like this, but it looks like he's going to be okay.
It looks like it may have been a contact issue. I think he's all right.
Yep. Well, always got to extend our condolences and our wishes for any injury. That's the Hope difference right there.
Never want to see it. Never on Hope's campus.
Here's Garland out to Thomas, and Thomas can't hold on to it. Unforced error with 11 seconds left, and we talked about momentum going into half. Well, that is frustrating for Ken Thomas. Thomas shooting 2 of 5, only 4 points so far in this game. That star duo of Thomas and Garland, who put up 22 and 20 in the game against Olivet. They won easily. Only 5 and 4 for them tonight, so the Hope defense has been smothering. Only 28 first half points for the Brits. That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh my.
And how about Clayton Dykehouse with a smile on his face?
You gotta love that smile. I mean, if you don't like that smile, I mean, there's something wrong with you.
Hey, we love to see a happy Clayton Dykehouse here at the Voss Fieldhouse. That is the first half. It is 46 to 28. 28. What a performance for the Hope College defense. See the highlights here from our video team. Thank you to the 568 currently watching. An extra thank you to the 14 of you who liked our video. I'm Matt Roblin, joined by Austin Cortez. Austin, before we head to commercial, any final takes on this first half?
I'm excited for the second half. I really don't think this game is over. It's a big difference right now, but this is a close game, and Albion is not done yet. That is for sure. I'm excited for the second half.
This is Flying Dutch Basketball, Brit Basketball. This is the MIAA tournament. We will be back shortly.
My name is Lee Kang. I'm the 2019 Borgeson Residence artist in Hope College for this summer. I think it's very good time being here, like only focusing on my art practice, because now I'm teaching art and then I'm always like spending time with students. So like I don't feel like I have enough time to think about my work like during the semester, like or like like when I'm not in like like in residency. But being here, like been a while to think about my work. So it's very great for me to think about like just focusing on what I'm doing and who am I as an artist, The reason why I applied this residency is it's very supportive, firstly, because like I can get this whole studio only for myself, as well as like housing and then even like a little bit of stipend. So that's very important for being an artist, thinking about my art, but then like maybe like a supportive cultures, like a background, and then I can just only focus on art. I think that's very important. For this show, like it's been like challenging for me to also figuring out the space, because the gallery space is kind of unique. And then I've been using the space that like having a like entire view of the imagery, and then like sculpture, video, every kind of medium that I'm using to show like what I'm trying to speak.
We know it wasn't what you expected. An entire year filled with uncertainty, confusion, doubt, and tension. There was loss. There was pain. We all felt the fear and the grief. An entire year wondering, is this the new normal? Will everything be all right? Yet, it was also a year filled with determination, community, innovation, and resilience. When it seemed like all was lost, we found ourselves gaining new gifts, perspectives, and purpose. We found a new appreciation for a stranger's smile, stayed connected even from afar. We had time to learn something new or revisit an old love. This year reminded us to cherish our unity, our identity, rooted in Christ as we welcome an undefined future together. And so, we return to pushing the limits of human knowledge, pushing ourselves to unknown potential, to shared passions, pursuing wisdom, and passing on traditions. We're returning to wonder, to worship, to a world where hope has a new meaning. And though it was never really gone, hope is back. And hope changes everything.
And what we're imagining now, as we look out to the future, is not just a tweak to the old system. We're imagining an entirely new system. In a Hope Forward model, every student who comes through the doors of Hope College would have their tuition 100% covered.
They don't love you when you cold now. They just want you when you hot. They just want you for your spot. Now they think you forgot. All the times you was down bad and they laughed at you. Now you up, now they mad at you. Taking shots, throwing jabs at you. Observing the game, I'm watching the field. Ay, you either fake or you real. Never been fan of the snake. Slide to your back and smile in your face. No, it's not up for debate. Gotta be you if you wanna be great. Gotta stay true through all of the hate. Eyes on the prize, no time for the fake. Time for the fake. Time for the fake. Time for the fake. Snakes in the grass, gotta cut 'em. If they not the fam, I don't trust 'em. You know I gotta eat, I gotta hustle. Pulling on my weight, I flex my muscle. Snakes in the grass, gotta cut 'em. If they not the fam, I don't trust 'em. You know I gotta eat, I gotta hustle. Pulling on my weight, I flex my muscle. Level up, level up. I had to take it a level up. Step it up, step it up. I had to go out and step it up. Back in the day, I was regular, no one was helping us. I had to stick to a schedule, I had to put in the work. I had to show them just what I was worth. Show them the hate didn't work. The snakes, they was lurking and plotting, they thought I would fail. But I stayed focused and stayed on my mission. And look, I prevailed. The ship finally sailed. It was a blessing. No losses, but lessons. Now I'm sending the message that if you want it, go and get it. Give your haters an honorable mention. Observing the game and watching the field. You either fake or you real. Never been fan of the snake. Slide to your back and smile in your face. No, it's not up for debate. Gotta be you if you wanna be great. Gotta stay true through all of the hate. Eyes on the prize, no time for the fake. Snakes in the grass, gotta cut 'em. They not the fam, I don't trust 'em. You know I gotta eat, I gotta hustle. Pulling on my weight, I flex my muscle. Snakes in the grass, gotta cut 'em. They not the fam, I don't trust 'em. You know I gotta eat, I gotta hustle. Pulling on my weight, I flex my muscle.
Hit the road!
Honey, did you remember to bring the GPS?
Nope.
Oh. Well, you have an app on your phone to tell us how to get where we're going?
I do not.
Really? So you have an actual map, like the kind that are hard to fold? You just know where you're going?
No idea.
Don't be this guy when it comes to financial planning. LVZ Advisors. We'll help get you there.
Hey, we're a little lost. Do you know where the lake is? Yeah.
You're not just saying, wow, you came in, thanks for coming in, and this is what your investment did. It's so much more than that. There's so much more going on in their lives than just these investments, and it's good to understand that totality so that you can say, well, I know there's a better way of doing this, or I have a resource. I know, there's some other resources that we can help you with here. So it's not just financial planning. It's serving people. It's serving people and loving on people, and that's very joyful.
Welcome back to the 2022 MIAA Men's Basketball Tournament. Once again, I am Matt Roblin, joined by Austin Cortez. Austin, what do you got for us about that first half?
Yeah, I mean, we were just talking at halftime, and a really fascinating game. I mean, turnovers are equal. Fast break points are basically equal. Second chance points basically equal. 18-18 in the paint. That's not a great start from Albion there, but
no.
But back to what I was saying, a lot of these stats are really equal. There's only two differences. Hope has 10 points off turnovers to Albion's 2. And, of course, Hope has 12 plus 3-point points. So it's a big difference, but it's only 2 things, so it seems small. You know what I mean?
Right. Absolutely, and those 2 things making this game the score it is now. And Clayton Dykehouse misses his first shot of the game. He was 4 of 4 from 3, and then he upgraded to a biggie bag. He was 5 of 5, but he misses his 6th shot of the night. That was a Wendy's reference.
It's too bad. I would have loved to have that 6 for 6, Get another deal going.
Here's Cortez Garland looking to make something happen, and ooh, that's going to be an and 1.
That's exactly what I was talking about before.
Nice take.
Albion wants this game, and they will not go away.
Absolutely.
Big chance for a 3-point play here and start the half right.
Currently a 16-point game with a chance to make it 15. Hope has been hot in their last 5 games, but this is a team that has been streaky in their shooting performance throughout the year. They look to maintain that first half performance in this second half, Austin.
Definitely. Could not have said it better myself there.
3-point play made. Here's Dykehouse. Starters back out for both teams. Dykehouse looking back for Bikus, not there. He's going to give it to Thomas. Lildra trying to get open. Thomas. He's going to swing it out back to Lildra. Back to Dykehouse. Home needs to get something going. Good defense from Albion.
He called it. Stepped out.
Stepped out on the baseline, and that there is a market. Excuse me. That right there is a notable improvement already for Albion's defense. You see how disciplined they were on that possession?
Definitely.
The rotations were excellent. That's what Albion did to Hope in the first time they played back in January. They're going to need to replicate that in the second half.
And there's no doubt they got coached up at halftime because they have come out hot.
Yes, and here's Cortez Garland now down to a 13-point deficit.
And Hope's going to have to come down from their hot streak now, and they're going to start playing basketball.
Yep. Here's Thomas, defended by Holmes. And Holmes, look at the good D right here. Thomas trying to make something happen, and he draws the foul almost out of three-point play there. Good patience from the savvy MVP of the MIAA.
And if Evan Tomlin-esque was a thing, that would be it right there. Pump fake, wait for the jump into, the defense, and get a couple free throws.
Yep. Thomas will shoot 2. Thomas with 10 points in the game.
And pretty automatic from the free throw line. 82% from the line.
Absolutely.
And 100% tonight so far.
You see the Hope fans wishing good luck on their star. And yeah, we said this earlier, Hope so good from the free throw line. 80% this year. NBA numbers, I believe you said. They've shot exceptionally well from the stripe.
And that makes a difference in tight games. So I'd love to see that. Ooh, a lot of contact.
Yeah. Hard hit on Lil Joe. He's getting up a little gingerly. George going to check in.
Looks like Lozier's okay. Might just need a second here.
Yeah, I just saw him mouth to Coach Mitchell. He goes, "I'm fine."
Yeah.
Just definitely in some pain, but
it's going to be pretty hard to get one of these players off the court in this game.
Oh yeah. Here's Dykhouse, defended by Garland.
And it doesn't matter how long ago the loss was. You remember losing to a team, especially now in conference.
And I don't think we've mentioned this yet, Austin, but Hope lost to Albion at home in DeVos. Here's Thomas with the 3. Still hasn't connected from there. Wiegering somehow keeps it alive.
Albion ball.
Yeah, a little sloppy there, but good attempt by George and Wiegering to keep it alive. Ball's going to go to the Brits. It's do or die time here for Albion.
15-point difference here. Turnover for Hope.
Yeah, Armstead Wilkerson tried to
pass break.
Oh, George is going to pull up from 3. It's a little bit off.
I like the confidence, but here we are again.
Oh.
Staying at Hope's end.
Yeah, a lot of contact, but hey, the refs, you see this a lot in tournament basketball at all levels. Calling a little bit less on these contact plays here.
Yeah, it's definitely a fine line. I mean, for a while we saw in the NBA. 5-second violation.
Wow.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's an offensive foul on Tanner Wiegering. I was going to say, they didn't feel like 5 seconds.
No. I hope that your Hope education would teach you that much, Austin. Here's Armstead Wilkerson. Barnes gets rejected, and that is
Tyler George.
Tyler George.
Would you like an invite to the block party? Because I think he just gave you one.
The block party invite list continues to grow for the Dutch.
3 blocks for the Dutchman.
Here's Thomas. Wiegering trying to get open. Here's George. George is going to swing it down to Bicus. Dykhouse running around, trying to get open as well. Bicus going to play big man ball.
Ooh,
a little off.
He wanted it. He wanted it.
Here's Maccabee, and here is Garland. Garland's going to try to make it happen, and that is a nice take for the All-MIAA Brit star on
and you can see here,
Thomas.
very deserved All-MIAA. He is fighting for his team, and he will do anything he can to make this game. Ooh, Clayton Dykhouse with a turnover.
Yeah, Maccabee. Well, it's some nice defensive play using those long arms. Armstead Wilkerson trying to get going. Only 3 points tonight for him.
Ooh, swiper, no swiping. Clayton Dykhouse.
Clayton Dykhouse, sneaky. It's a nice steal right there. Back into the game comes Schoonveld, who gave us that thunderous first half dunk. We were on the edge of our seats when that happened, that's for sure.
I think he called the air terminal and got cleared for takeoff there.
Absolutely. George hits the ground. Here's Schoonveld.
Schoonveld, a very interesting player, not necessarily a shooter or a point getter, as you would say, but definitely does everything else on the court, taking charges, getting blocks, dunking. One of the highest shooting percentages on the team, although, to be fair, doesn't shoot very often.
Yeah, well said. Armstead Wilkerson trying to make something happen. No go. See the replay there. Yeah, Schoonveld, another one of those energy players, and he has the capacity to make highlight plays at any time.
Definitely. He's a fun player to watch because he does all the things that nobody else wants to do.
Right.
That's what makes him special.
Yeah. Well, to elaborate on those first half stats in the first half, the Albion Brits shot 44%, only 20% from three. For the Dutch, they shot 63% and 47.1% from three. Austin, those are incredible numbers.
Yeah, they're really incredible, and the three-point percentage really doesn't do it justice because Hope made 7 more threes.
Yeah,
7 more threes. That's a lot. That's a lot of points.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, that's a great point. Albion shooting 1 of 5. Hope shooting 8 of 17. You could read the script for the game here in that specific stat. 13-point lead for the Dutch.
Yeah, and just like we were saying, that 21-point difference between 1, 3, and 7. Yeah. I mean, all of a sudden it's down to 13, and like I've been saying all game, Albion is not going away.
Absolutely. And we have got news for you pertaining to MIAA action. There's about 30 seconds left in the Calvin Shrine game. Calvin leads 75-54. Wow. And if Hope and Calvin men's basketball win, which is going to be the case, Austin, the championship game will be the rivalry at DeVos Fieldhouse, 7 p.m. tip-off. Tickets are going to be on sale through MIAA.org. And wow, I'm ecstatic for this matchup, to say the least. Hope leads the rivalry 106-100, including 2 victories this season. However, Calvin has won the last 4 meetings in the title game.
And I will tell you what, I unfortunately will not be calling that game, but I will be right there in the stands because that is a game I do not want to miss.
And Hope, the Hope faithful needs you there, Austin. We're going to need everything we can get for that game.
Beating any team, especially a Calvin in the rivalry game 3 times in a row is not an easy feat.
This will be the first Hope Calvin tournament final since 2017. Calvin won that game 86-83 at DeVos.
Maccabee at the line here. Next the first one.
The last time the Dutch won the MIAA tournament was in 2018 with a 106-94 victory at top-seeded Olivet. However, there's still 50 minutes left in this game. So, all this talk aside, Austin, Hope still needs to earn that spot.
Yep, only 11-point difference now.
So, it is now set in stone that Calvin will be in the final. We will see who will be their opponent. Will it be the Brits or the Dutch? Foul on Armstead Wilkerson. It's the second, the 4th for the team.
Entering the lineup for the Brits, number 24, Ken Thomas.
Albion is currently outscoring Hope 9-2 in this half. So let's see what Hope does to adjust their offense and get some more points here.
Yeah, Hope offense going a little stagnant here, and this game getting dangerously close. In basketball, when a team goes on a run, the game can change dynamically in just a few minutes. We'll see if Hope can generate some momentum.
Here comes Clayton Dykehouse.
Oh, good D there for the Brits.
Yeah, Brits' first block of the game.
Yeah, Barnes and Holmes combining from stellar interior defense. Here's George. He's going to inbound. Ken Thomas checked back in the game.
5 on the shot clock. Thomas in the paint.
Look at that. Oh, my goodness.
His mid-range jumper is phenomenal.
And that's one of those plays where you're in trouble and you got to phone somebody to just help you out. And the first responder for this Dutch team, Evan Thomas, making it happen.
And the way he rises up in the paint, I just can't help but be reminded of DeMar DeRozan for the Bulls right now. He rises up, and it's almost as if he'll never miss a mid-range jumper. It's really something else.
How about the steal there for Jeff Bikes? Here's Dykehouse. He's got George. He's going to keep it. They're going to run the offense. Oh, look at the separation created there. Going to give it to Schoonveld, who gives it back out to Dykhouse. Dykhouse with a three, and it's nothing but net. Bang, 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 bang. Clayton Dykhouse, 5 of 6 from three-point range. Having a game to remember.
Let me tell you what, I've gotten quiz grades worse than that, so that is a good percentage to have.
Clayton Dykhouse shooting the lights out. Armstead. Wilkerson making it happen.
Looking for the contact there, but he does well to make the basket anyways.
You can't say enough about how big that Dykhouse three was.
Huge.
Really needed to get some points, the Dutch did.
And that comes from running their offense. I mean, you saw there, the play didn't exactly work, but it creates an opening for Dykhouse to make that three.
Absolutely. Dykhouse swings out to Thomas. All running with a little more pace now after the first couple minutes. They were a little slow.
Dykhouse.
Great look for Dykhouse. Oh, just out. You could see the Hope Faithful was ready to go nuts. Here's Garland with some speed, and he gets the contact there. Almost hitting our cameraman, Alex Suhan, otherwise known as Suchin. Foul on Tyler George, number 14.
Cameraman was ready to talk about that contact there, wasn't he? Always ready. Always ready he is.
Absolutely. No charge taken. Here is Cortez Garland. Garland has 12 points on the night. He leads all Brit scorers. Next is Justin McAbee with 7. Notably, they've held Ken Thomas, who was the star player in the previous matchup, to only 4 points and 2 of 5 shooting. Garland is 5 of 7 from the field. Has not made a three all game, but he has been solid for the Brits. He's going to shoot his second.
He's definitely leading the way in this half, for sure, Cortez Garland.
Yeah, and Cortez Garland, the senior from Detroit, Michigan. Sometimes in games like this, your leaders have to step up. He is that guy. Here's Tanner Wigerink. Now to Thomas. Thomas up to Dykhouse.
And you can hear the Albion faithful. They are not quiet.
You'd love to see it. Love to see the Albion faithful getting into this game. Shot is off for Quillen, who's seen substantial minutes in this game, as you mentioned, Austin. Here's Garland. Garland's going to drive, and that's a block by Dykhouse, but he is called. And Garland is going to shoot 2. This is a much-needed sight for the Brits. The aggressiveness of Cortez Garland really keeping them in this game.
If I remember correctly, I think you just said that was a block. Correct? It was an invitation to the block party. That's what that was.
It was a block, but it came with the foul. Does he still get invited? We don't know.
We don't know. We don't know. It's up for debate.
Tune in for updates here.
We'll get back to you on that.
We'll do some research. Garland going to shoot his second. Shooting well from the stripe tonight.
And Josh Lilja checks into the game for Clayton Dykhouse.
Dykhouse exited the game with 17 points, 6 of 9 shooting. A few boos here. And Cortez Garland misses that free throw. Here's TJ McKenzie with a beautiful pass to Quillen. Yep. And that is a great play. The pump executed beautifully by the freshman Gabe Quillen, and a fantastic pass by McKenzie.
A pocket pass from McKenzie.
Here's McAbee, second in scoring. Here's Cortez Garland.
And you can hear the fans reminding Albion faithful that Gabe Quillen is only a freshman.
Here is Garland. And Garland keeps drawing these fouls. Coach Mitchell thinks that is terrible.
Let's see the replay here. Not a lot of contact.
Regardless, another foul drawn for Cortez Garland, and you can't be mad at this approach. He needs to be aggressive. He is that guy for the Brits right now, and he's making it happen.
Definitely. Now he just needs to make his free throws. Only 50% on the night. Excuse me, he's 5 for 7. He was not 50%.
5 for 7, not the greatest performance for the Stripe. Decent. He'd like to do a little bit better, especially in a tournament game.
2 for 2
Obviously,
there, though.
Everyone's expectations are as high as can be, Austin, when it comes to games like this. Look at Thomas flying down the court. Garland playing good D. Nice switch. There's McAbee. Wigerink in the post.
Wigerink
got a size advantage, but instead McKenzie with a nice pass, and Lilja's going to put it in. How about that? TJ McKenzie looking like
babyface assassin. TJ.
the baby-faced assassin off of another fantastic pass from TJ McKenzie. He's been a facilitator these last 2 possessions. Garland keeps doing it, but not that time. It's no good. Here's McKenzie.
Great rebound from TJ there. You can tell he's mossed a few players in his day.
Here's Thomas. Look at the handle. Looking for some separation, and he draws a foul.
He wants those fouls. That's how he plays. He wants to be at the free throw line.
Fouls on number 2, Devin Holmes. I am loving watching Evan Thomas and Cortez Garland go at it.
Timeout on the floor. Media timeout.
2 big-name players.
Yeah, we're going to cut to a timeout. We're going to go to a commercial. We will be back shortly.
In a Hope Forward model, every student who comes through the doors of Hope College would have their tuition 100% covered.
And we're back. You just heard in that commercial from President Scoggin, who is also in the crowd. And you gotta love to see your president out here as a Hope student. I mean, it really just shows how much he cares about us and cares about the school. And it's a really unique opportunity to be so close and tight-knit with a president like that.
Absolutely, yeah. Thank you for pointing that out, Austin. Great to see President Scoggin in the stands tonight. I'd like to shout out a former Hope College staff member, former RD Allison Shantz, watching the game from home, a dedicated Hope basketball supporter. Thank you for tuning in with us tonight. Austin and I actually met in Voorhees Hall, where Allison was the RD. I was Austin's RA back in the day. Now we're good friends. Yeah. First shot is good for Thomas.
And, you know, he's such an inspirational guy, Matt Roby, that I even became an RA in his footsteps. You know, it's not easy being Matt Roby, but you got to love who he is.
Oh, man. Trying to make me cry in the broadcast as Thomas hits the second. Here's Armstead Wilkerson. Wilkerson with 5 points on the night. Guarded by Littlejohn. Foul called there on Thomas, I believe. Nope, excuse me, that's on Quillen. I missed what happened there.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what they called there, to be honest.
With the replay here. Yep, a little hold down there on Ken Thomas. You cannot do that. But how about the game for Quillen today? He's seen substantial time in this obviously very important game as Thomas goes and he misses the free throw.
And that's the moment as a freshman. You know, you don't necessarily come in as a freshman and get plenty of minutes, but you have to be ready for your moment, and he has definitely stepped up to the plate tonight, and they got to give him credit for that.
Evan Thomas getting harassed on the defensive end. Here's Wiegerink. TJ McKenzie.
Ooh, he wanted that shot.
And look at the board.
Ooh, I thought he had it too.
Good persistence there for Albion, and a great pass to get the break running. How about that bucket from Fred Garland, and a beautiful pass to set it up. Here's TJ McKenzie.
Albion is without a doubt playing much faster this
Oh, yeah. Offensively and defensively, as you see the full court press.
Oh, and a very bloody nose for Justin McCabe.
Oh, yeah. Justin McAbee walking off the court with a lot of blood on his face. They're going to have Devin Holmes checking the game. I've heard the ref say he's got 20 seconds to fix it, or they got to bring someone else in.
Yeah.
I did not know that was how it worked when it came to blood.
It sounds an awful like a UFC fight. I'm not really sure what to say about that.
That's going to be my new rule if I'm ever bleeding off. So I have 20 seconds to fix it, or someone else is going to have to take over for whatever I'm doing.
We see a great trainer here, Annie, out collecting some blood. Got to give a shout out to her. She's helped me plenty, her and Eric, throughout my soccer career. Obviously giving it all for the team and the sport as she's out here cleaning blood spots one by one. That is not something she planned on doing tonight, I don't think.
Absolutely. Hey, we have lots of very important personnel all across the floor, all across the stands, all over DeVos Fieldhouse and further tonight that make events like this happen. Once again, thank you to all of them. We couldn't do this without you, so we really appreciate that. Thank you for all the fans for tuning in. Pleasure to commentate for all of you. And before the break, we gave a special shout out to the 14 people who liked us. Now 25. The numbers are growing, Austin.
As we've said before, you do hold a little extra space for you in our heart for those of you who like us.
We will see Wegerink inbound. Wegerink going to give it to Thomas. Here's Thomas. Defended by Holmes, who just checked in. Screened by Bicus. TJ McKenzie. Bicus down low, swings it out. Wigerink's going to pull from 3. Just off. Nice board there. That's that's Devin Holmes. Here's Garland, and Garland with a nice little move there.
And both Garlands are going to keep doing that. They're going to keep driving to the hole, looking for a foul or fast break points, because right now Hope cannot find a way to stop it.
Yeah, the Garlands showing some speed on the court tonight, much needed for Albion. TJ McKenzie.
Oh, don't do him like that.
Don't forget he plays football, everybody.
And
here's Evan Thomas.
You saw it there. I mean, that is called a pancake.
And you got a hand all up in Tanner Wegerink. That is going to be a foul on Jonathan Wilkerson. Armstead Wilkerson only 6 feet. Wegerink saw the mismatch and draws the foul.
And Cortez Garland checks in for Armstead Wilkerson, as well as MJ Barnes for Chance Critterdon, sorry.
Here's Thomas. Thomas going down to Wegerink. Another foul. Foul is starting to accumulate here for the Brits.
First on MJ Barnes, but the team's 7th.
Yep. Hope, obviously, going to be shooting at the stripe from now on. Here's Wegerink. Nothing but net. Fun fact, Tanner Wegerink and I worked together last summer, at KRS Moving Solutions, a local furniture installation company.
Must be where he got those muscles from, huh?
That is debatable. For all of your furniture installation needs, you can contact KRS Moving Solutions, especially if you are an educator.
Not a sponsor.
Not sponsored.
Just a shout out.
Just a shout out.
As long as Matt Roby and Austin Cortez are on the broadcast booth, you can guarantee yourself a shout out.
Yes, we love our faithful in the Greater Holland community. Garland is going to shoot 2. And the story of the second half, as far as I'm concerned, Austin, the Brits hanging around at a scary place for the Dutch, where if they get on a run, this game could flip. There's still about 10 minutes left. It's going slow. It's been a lot more physical for both teams, a lot more free throws, and Garland especially has been very aggressive. He's now up to 17 points. That leads all scorers.
Yeah, definitely. I can't agree with you more. And it's also, they're seeing some stat differences. At half, we were tied 18-18 points in the paint, and now Albion has 30-24 points in the paint. So, again, we'll have to see how Hope adjusts, because it seems like a long shot game at halftime, but now it's only a 10-point game.
This is a scary lead for the Dutch. Here's McKenzie. Foul called. McKenzie will shoot free throws.
I feel like the 10-point lead is very similar to the 2-0 lead in soccer. You know, 1 second you're sitting pretty, and the next second it's 2-1, and it's only 1 goal away from being tied.
2 big free throws for TJ McKenzie. First is good.
That's a big free throw.
Yeah, Albion really trying to make Hope play their style of game in the second half. And Austin, it has been a fantastic game here at the Voss Fieldhouse. McKenzie's going to go for a second.
That is some clutch buckets there from TJ McKenzie. He actually only shoots 36% from the free throw line, so to see him make both there is huge for the Dutchman.
Here's Garland.
The Hope faithful asking for some D here. Oh, and they get the turnover.
Yep, look at McKenzie sprinting down the court.
Oh, he won it. Give it to Evan Thomas.
Thomas is going to go, and he's going to dunk it.
Oh, my goodness.
And
Don't do him like that.
That's one of the exclamation points for the night for the Dutch.
Don't do him like that.
That is Evan Thomas, everybody. The MIAA MVP brings down the hammer.
Evan Thomas says, how's that for a comeback? A little confusion on the substitution here. Both coach and Brits both confused on what exactly was wrong.
A lot of confusion after that. And we say in games like this, big players got to make big plays. We've seen it from Garland and Thomas in the second half. Here's Garland. Garland not able to hook up there. Here's Dykhouse. Dykhouse is going to lob it up.
Oh, everybody wanted the alley-oop.
The old alley-oop play.
We're going to have to start calling Clayton Dykhouse the waiter if he keeps serving him up like that.
But on the other end, Garland to Thomas with a beautiful feed. Good offense in these last couple of drives. And Thomas stifling D. Are we going to have a jump ball here?
We will have a jump ball here.
Entering the lineup for the Britons, number 4, Jonathan Armstead-Wilkerson.
Jonathan Armstead-Wilkerson enters the lineup for Fred Garland. Ty George enters the lineup for Eli Schoonveld. It's a 14-point game, 8:30. Still too early to call.
Good play by Thomas to keep the ball there.
Risky pass by Dykhouse, but Thomas gets it. Look at him. Looking tough in the mid-range. And he's caught on a travel. A lot of contact, but he travels beforehand. Mitchell disagrees. Regardless, Albion takes over. Here's Cortez Garland, and Cortez is going to draw another foul.
I mean, that's what he's looking for. I mean, you could see it just in that play there. As we watch the replay, I mean, Garland really isn't even going for the basket here. He's going for the foul, and he draws it. And Evan Thomas is baited there into giving that foul.
Absolutely. Cortez Garland has 9 free throws in this game, a majority of his points coming in this second half. Garland was only held to 5 points in that first half, but he's coming alive here. But he misses that free throw. The old commentator's jinx. I'm sorry, Cortez.
Entering the lineup for the Britons, number 22, Justin McAbee.
Justin McAbee enters the game for Ken Thomas. Good to see him back after the little bloody fiasco we had there.
Yep.
Looked like he had some sort of adhesion on his forehead there. I'm sorry, abrasion.
I was trying to think of what adhesion meant, and I thought you were just much smarter than me and knew a word I didn't know.
Yeah, it's actually Dutch.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
Here's Dykhouse, guarded by Garland. Here's Thomas. Thomas currently has 18 points. He's going to swing it out to George. George, Bike is trying to get open. Nice offensive rotations here for the Dutch. Thomas is going to pull from 3, and that is nothing
in his face. You couldn't guard that man with a chain link fence right now. He wants it.
You saw the confidence from Evan Thomas pulling up from 3. That's business for number 24.
Give him a suitcase, give him a tie. He's here for work.
Here's Armstead-Wilkerson. And a block from TJ McKenzie and a stare down.
He is a playground bully. Give me your lunch money. Give me your lunch money.
There's been a decent amount of blocks tonight, Austin Cortez, for this Dutch team getting up.
Hey, the block party is a very inclusive place. Everybody gets to come. Everybody gets an invite.
We got a timeout. Thank you all for tuning in. We're having a great time here tonight at Voss Fieldhouse. 31 of you have liked us now. The numbers continue. We love it. We're very happy. We're more happy to bring you excellent basketball. This is Hope College, Albion, MIAA tournament play. We're going to cut to a quick commercial.
We've intentionally never had minimum account sizes. Our philosophy has always been if you're willing to put in the work and we'll collaborate and we set the plan in place and you're willing to go along with this plan and to put forth effort to this plan, we're happy to work with you. It's what we love to do. And so we have people coming in from the very starting point all the way to, to the wealthy people. It's all different scenarios. Financial planning is not just for the wealthy.
Welcome back to MIAA tournament play. We got some fun news for you. Evan Thomas, your MVP, 6 points away from 1,000 in his career, Austin.
6 points. And let's just clarify, as a junior.
Yeah.
As in 3 years. As in 6 points in 3 years, 1,000 points in 3 years.
What a high volume scorer Evan Thomas is. And, I was thinking, you made that interesting, the fun comparison to DeMar DeRozan earlier. The thing I like about that comparison is I think about the footwork Thomas has and how good he is maneuvering around. And, we see players like DeRozan's a great example who are able to get those mid-range buckets and score from all over the court because of their excellent footwork. And Thomas does an excellent job of that as well. 6 more points. We'll see if he hits 1,000 tonight. He has 21 on the night. But in the meantime, that's a nice bucket from Devin Holmes, the senior, 6'5", from Redford Township, Michigan. Here's Thomas, the man we've been speaking of. Defended by Garland. Draws the foul there. That's going to go on
Cortez Garland, I believe.
Yeah. Third of the game. All right, and it's crunch time now, Austin. Let's just be straight up about it, all right? It's a 14-point game. There's 7 minutes left. Albion needs to find a way to make a run in these next couple minutes, or else it's going to get very hard to mount a comeback in this game.
Yeah, I can't say it better myself. I mean, you summed it up. Albion has to make some plays. They have to get some stops, and we'll see how this game turns out. In the meantime, we'll see if Evan Thomas gets 2 points closer to 1,000.
Well, that's one. Evan Thomas shooting well tonight, as always. Does not miss a free throw tonight. That's 2 for him. Thomas.
Coach must not know he's 4 points away from 1,000. If Coach Mitch knew that, I don't think he's taking him out.
We see a substitution as Thomas gets out of the game.
Plenty of time left, I guess, for him to come back in.
Here's Schoonveld. Garland with the ball. Barnes is going to pull up from 3, and he wets that. And that was a desperately needed bucket. MJ Barnes.
A big bucket. Big bucket.
Here's Dykhouse. Defended by Garland.
That is Albion's second three-pointer of the game.
Only their second three-pointer of the game. Wow.
And you have to wonder if that was part of the game plan or maybe a little bit of coincidence or what exactly that is. But it's definitely a reason they're down right now.
Here's Dykhouse. Gonna swing it out, and Bicus is going to pull a 3. Ooh, just off for Bicus.
Here comes Garland, quick down the fast break. That's a great bucket. That's a great bucket that Cortez got.
Fred Garland.
Garland.
Not to be confused with Cortez Garland. With a very needed bucket there. And we're back to 11 points. And, Albion just keeps lingering. They just keep staying around. It's still a close game. Hope has been able to cool down these little bursts from Albion and play good defense. But at times, they've looked a little bit porous, and Albion has been able to slash into those lanes.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. I mean, we'll see how this plays out. I'm very curious to see Albion and their offense here. They've been playing very quick, very, very fast, as we've been saying, but they definitely are going to need some three-point buckets coming up here soon, especially if Hope keeps scoring. Otherwise, they have to get some stops, so we'll see how that goes.
Absolutely. Yeah, thank you, Austin. Thank you, Austin, for being on the camera with me right now and say hello. Hello. Thank you all for tuning in. This is who you're listening to all night. I'm so sorry. 11-point game here at DeVos Fieldhouse. It has been a thriller. And Albion not out of it yet, but they will need to mount something quite impressive if they want to make it to the championship game. I'm going to do some digging here, Austin. I'm looking at the last game when the Brits played against the Dutch. In that game, Albion shot 6 of 12 from three-point land. So they shot 50% in their last game. They took 12 threes. In this game, as you said, they've shot much less from three, and obviously they've made a lot less as well. In that game, Hope had only 5 three-pointers made. So talk about a stark contrast. In the last game, Albion had more three-pointers made, but also in that previous game, Hope shot 32 three-pointers. They only made 5.
32, 5 for 32?
Yep.
Jeez. That is not the percentage we have tonight and not the percentage you're looking for as a team.
And once again, we've said this throughout the broadcast, but this Hope team so different than the one we saw in January and early February.
Jeff Bikes for 3.
Bang! No commentators curse there.
Yeah, maybe I should hold my tongue a little bit there, huh?
Yeah. Jeff Bikes with a 3, and we talked about it. As soon as Albion gets it around 10, 11 points, the Dutch have been able to respond every time. Look at the take there. That's MJ Barnes, and that's a nice bucket there, excuse me. Here's Clayton Dykhouse, guarded by Armstead Wilkerson. Back to Thomas. Thomas defended by Barnes. He can get out to Bikes. Good offensive movement for the Dutch. Almost stolen there, but Wiegerink maintains the ball. He's going to swing it out to Bikes. He's going to fling it out. Here's TJ McKenzie. Running out of time on the shot clock, so TJ's going to take it. And TJ is going to get that bounce.
Too big, too strong, too fast. TJ McKenzie.
TJ McKenzie, he's one of those players that we've really lauded on tonight, but I think he's well deserving of that. Just an energy player, but not only that, he's making buckets. Coach Mitchell cannot believe that was not a travel call.
But going back to TJ McKenzie,
and look at that. Oh, that's almost.
Going back to TJ McKenzie, I mean, these bench points are what Hope is going to need in the long run, especially if they expect to make an NCAA tournament run. I mean, bench points are huge because as much as Evan Thomas and Clayton Dykhouse play, they can't play for the whole game.
Absolutely. Hope with good production off the bench tonight. Team shooting well on all cylinders from all angles. Clayton Dykhouse will shoot here.
You got to wonder if Clayton Dykhouse might stay up a little extra late last night dreaming about those threes he missed. I mean, to end the night 100% from 3, that would have been something.
What a performance that was in the beginning of the game. Can't say enough about how much momentum they gave. That gave this Dutch team, seeing Dykhouse, your all MIAA star, coming out guns a-blazing.
Definitely, and worth mentioning about Clayton Dykhouse, just an all-around great guy. He is fun to be around. He's fun to talk to. I love the man. Here comes Justin Maccabee with a bucket, and looks like a three-point play opportunity here.
And you may have noticed that Justin Maccabee changed his jersey number from 3 to 22.
They're not making it easy on us tonight, are they?
I know.
Pulling out all the tricks.
But I'm very impressed by you, Mr. Austin Cortez. You caught it without any hesitation.
What can I say?
And you see that bandage he has on his head from the hit he received earlier.
From his abhesion?
Yes. Otherwise known as an abrasion. That is the Hope College education, making a difference in the lives of young people across the world.
In case you're wondering, I am not an English major. I'm actually a biomedical engineering major, so words are not necessarily my specialty.
Dykhouse draws the foul.
And this has kind of been the story of the last 4 or 5 minutes, hasn't it? Back and forth.
Yep.
Lots of free throws, lots of fouls. Not necessarily the recipe Albion needs to come back in this game.
And this has been such a slower second half than the first one has, which is, just indicative of what Albion has tried to do. They've tried to slow down the game through drawing fouls, playing aggressively, but Hope's been able to do the same thing on the other end. And foul trouble in this half for the Brits has not helped them. There's been a lot of free throws for the Dutch, who shoot obviously exceptionally well from the stripe. Both teams playing strong and quick. But unless something drastic happens in the last 4:30, the Brits might just not have enough tonight to defeat a very hot Dutch team. This would be their 6th straight win if they're able to pull it off. Here's Fred Garland, and that is a bucket, and one, and you can see him. It's been a hard night for the Brits. Well, that's one of the best buckets we've seen all night.
That is a determined bucket, without a doubt.
Basket was good.
And he'll feel that landing in the morning, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Chance to make it a 13-point game.
Yeah. Like we said, Albion's just kind of been hanging around that 10-point range. Gonna need some 3-pointers here if they want to make it a game, though.
Armstead Wilkerson checks back in for Fred Garland. Here's Wigerink. Dykhouse.
Clayton Dykhouse tonight is 6 for 9 from the field, 5 for 7 from 3, and 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Sorry. So even though he did miss some shots, still some pretty incredible numbers on the night.
Here's T.J. McKenzie back to Thomas. Dykhouse draws another foul. And this has been the story of recent for the Dutch. Early in this half, we saw Cortez Garland drawing foul after foul after foul. But right now, the Dutch taking that strategy into their own corner. Clayton Dykhouse and company drawing many fouls, playing aggressively. And this aggressive defense for Albion getting them into trouble. This is the same story last time these two teams played, Austin. I don't have a number on how many fouls Albion's had tonight, but the previous game that Albion had against Hope was the most fouls they've had all season.
Yeah, with 26 fouls in that previous matchup.
Yeah. All right, I did some quick math for you. That is 19 fouls so far.
I did the same math, and it checks out.
Good.
Matt Roby is quick on the numbers.
You see the fans here at DeVos Fieldhouse.
Seems to be some heading out.
Still just under 4 minutes left in this game. Once again, we'd like to thank all of you for tuning in. It's a pleasure that you would spend your evening with us. Excuse me. We're thankful for the dedicated fans of both of these programs and all the great fans across the MIAA. Austin, you know this as a soccer player for Hope. Great fans for both programs.
Definitely, definitely. I mean, you got to give credit to the Hope faithful. They always show out, and you know there's plenty of stats on DeVos Fieldhouse average attendance, but I'd love to see a stat on the average age of attendance at DeVos Fieldhouse, because it is definitely older than most, which makes it a fun experience. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and we love that. There's so many people that come in with so much legacy, with generations of Hope College students. People that have been watching games since they were students, and they're still here, and it's something that we always love to see. So thank you for being here. Dykhouse will shoot. .13-point game. First shot is good.
I believe that makes it 5 for 5 on the night. And 6 for 6. And you see Clayton Dykhouse shaking his head there because he doesn't think he can miss tonight.
Nothing but buckets for Clay. Oh, nice ball movement from Cortez. Wow, that's a bucket. Mr. Garland.
You got to give it to both the Garlands tonight. They have not quit.
Absolutely. Playing with a lot of passion and drive. Here's Dykhouse, defended by Cortez Garland. This has been a fun matchup, as I've said many times. Here's Bicus. Slings out Dykhouse. Here's Schoonveld. Bicus thought about popping it. Back to Dykhouse, about 5 seconds on the shot clock. So Dykhouse is going to pull the three, and it is a rainbow, but it is drained from play.
Wow.
Look at this man.
TJ McKenzie is strumming the three guitar over there.
Look at that smile.
Oh, like I said, I mean, you got to love the smile.
The three-point guitar, first coined by Lance Stevenson of the Indiana Pacers. Here's Cortez Garland. He's going to pull up from way beyond, and he's going to make it. How about a response three?
Wow, that is a response if I've ever seen one.
Some might not consider that the most high percentage shot, but when it goes in,
it goes in.
It goes in.
And it counts for three.
How about the Brits fighting so hard just to stay close in this game? That shot from Cortez Garland, a perfect example. Cortez now 25 points in the night, trails only Dykhouse in scoring. He's 10 of 15 from the stripe, 7 of 11 from the floor, excuse me. And now finally gets his first three-pointer from deep, so cannot say anything negative about Cortez Garland. He has played his heart out tonight. And
definitely.
Wow, what a performance.
Yeah, and that's what you love to see from your seniors, definitely giving their heart in their what could possibly be his last game for the Albion Britons, and he can definitely go home tonight and be proud of what he put in and what he gave to this team.
And the other Garland is only a sophomore, Fred, with 11 points after a strong second half showing.
Definitely a very bright future for Fred. I mean, no doubt about that. He showed out and he showed up, and I'd be very excited to watch over the next couple of years.
Absolutely, and for all the Brits fans, you know, great to see the Garland name continuing to have a presence on this team. Here's Thomas. See some full court press action. Dykhouse. Dykhouse shooting 6 of 8 from three-point range, 26 points, leads all scorers. Evan Thomas with 23. Evan Thomas who needs 4 points to get to 1,000. Here's TJ McKenzie. Wegerent's got a chance. Ooh. He's not going to pull, though, and it's going to be stolen.
But he can't hang on to it.
Recovered there from Maccabee. He's played some good D tonight.
Yeah, definitely, and he will feel that hardwood burn there.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Nice bucket. Cortez Garland is not going to stop.
And now the leading scorer on the night.
11 points. The game's still not over. Although the comeback would be improbable at this point. Here is Dykhouse. Taking his time as he should. Here's Thomas. Thomas is going to pull up from mid-range.
He's automatic. He's automatic.
Wow. Poetry in motion from Evan Thomas.
Poetry in motion.
Does not get smoother than that. And Evan Thomas is 2 points away.
2 points away.
2 points away from 1,000. If he gets one more bucket tonight, he will hit the 1,000-point mark. Foul called there on TJ McKenzie.
Hope College foul number 3, TJ McKenzie, his first.
Cortez Garland will go back to the line. Cortez Garland, 27 points tonight. And man, sometimes when Evan Thomas starts shooting like that, it's just beautiful to watch. You can see the footwork incredible. The way he gets up on that shot. Textbook.
Yeah, and then he floats in the air like a butterfly. I don't know what else to say. I mean, he just hangs up there and keeps all his coolness, all his collectiveness, and he just sinks the bucket. I mean, it's smooth. Like you said, poetry in motion. Just love to watch it.
There's a reason he's the MVP this season, and I cannot even tell you how mmany Player of the Week awards he's gotten this year.
Yeah, it's almost a little unfair. You know, let's see somebody else win Player of the Week sometime.
30-second timeout by Albion. We'll stay here. Austin, it is an 11-point game.
Doesn't look like it's going to happen for Albion, but you have to commend their effort and their fight.
Yeah, what are some takeaways you've had from this game?
I think Albion has a very bright future as a program. I think they have only upward trends to go. I mean, they'll be disappointed tonight, but obviously they'll be on the up in years to come. And Hope College has a very bright future right now. We'd love to see them get a tournament bid. Love to see them in the final against Calvin for the rivalry match. Just an exciting season to watch, and I can't wait to be a part of it and be a fan for it.
Absolutely well said, and yeah, Albion with statement victories this season against both Hope and Calvin, which have a good chance of being in this final.
Flying Dutchman to hit 1,000.
we just learned from our sport information director, Alan Babbitt, if Evan Thomas hits 1,000, he would be the 43rd Flying Dutchman ever to hit 1,000. That would put him in quite incredible company. And of course, as you said, Thomas only a junior, so lots of room to go. He is fouled.
I mean, that's pretty crazy to think
Excuse
about.
me, I think that was a timeout. I'm losing my marbles. That is a Hope timeout.
It's a long game, you know.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Don't
you
worry
guys
about
don't know, before this game, I was working in a semi-truck for KRS Moving Solutions, Tanner Wiegerink's former place of work. So long day for me, but this has been the highlight. Phenomenal game. Austin, what do you got for us?
Yeah, as I were talking about, I was just talking about the future of Albion's program and just how great Hope is looking this year, and I can't wait to see what the rest of the year turns out. Coach Mitch has obviously done a great job with the team, and the team has a lot of heart and a lot of fight. And you know, going back to Evan Thomas and 1,000 points in 3 years, I mean that's averaging 333 points a game. Sorry, a season, not a game. But it's a pretty remarkable feat. And I'd love to be a part of it, calling it tonight if it happens.
Absolutely. And you can't say enough about Coach Mitchell and what a year this has been for him as Thomas races down the court. You know, this team had its struggles earlier in the season. Here's Wiegerink.
And let's be honest, right? Coming into this season, I don't know if anybody thought Hope men's basketball would be quite like this.
Foul on Dykehouse. I mean, they were ranked 4th coming into the year, right? They were ranked 4th, and they have obviously come out as the MIAA champ in the regular season. They're going to play in the tournament final against Calvin. What a turnaround it's been for this Dutch team.
Yeah, definitely. And again, it just goes back to the team and the guy's heart and Coach Mitch and the entire staff.
A lot to be proud of for both teams. The Dutch thrilled to be in this position. Up 12, 1 minute left. Schoenveld is going to check in for Jeff Bicus. And Bicus receives applause from the crowd. Bicus tonight with 13 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Dykehouse makes the second.
And as we think about MIAA finals, we got to give a shout out to the men's and women's Hope swim team. We had the pleasure of calling them the other night, and they ended up winning the conference on both the men's and women's side, which is not an ordinary feat. So got to give a shout out to them.
Absolutely a great week for Hope College athletics as Fred Garland makes that last shot. Wiegerink's got it. He's going to give it to Thomas. Thomas is fouled. And Evan Thomas will go to the line if he makes one of these shots. Austin, we will get to witness him hitting 1,000 points in his career.
Yep. This is what we came for.
We didn't know if it would happen tonight, but if it does, it would be great to see. What a career it's been so far for Evan Thomas, and everyone just has positive things to say about him as a person, as a basketball player. And that is it. 1,000 points for Evan Thomas. Only a junior.
What a night and what a career he's had so far.
He's the 43rd player in Hope College history to hit that mark of 1,000 points. Make it 1,001. And he receives, look at that applause. They know it here in DeVos Fieldhouse. Well deserved. The bench knows it. The fans know it. And look at this chant. That's 1,000.
That is awesome. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I'm awestruck.
And look at Dykehouse and the guys cheering him on. And you see Thomas, straight face. He's focused on the game.
Stone cold killer, that man. He'll celebrate eventually, but not while the clock's still on.
37 seconds left. Once again, we'd like to thank all of you who've been with us tonight. It's been a pleasure to spend our evening and night with you. Thank you for being supporters of MIAA basketball. And as this game ends, be sure to look for tickets, buy tickets for the tournament final, which will be here at DeVos. Hope versus Calvin. Wow. Doesn't get better than that. The rivalry here at DeVos Fieldhouse is going to be an electric atmosphere. and I cannot wait.
Yeah, I mean, to put that in perspective, that's a big deal. ESPN at one time ranked it in the top 10 rivalries in college sports, so it's not just something we're making up here on the broadcast. That is a real thing here.
And once again, Hope leads the rivalry 106-100, including 2 victories this season. As we see, look at this, applause for the Dutch. Evan Thomas and crew getting much needed, much deserved, excuse me, applause. Calvin has won the last 4 meetings in the title game. However, Hope is 8-6 against Calvin all time in title games.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun game. And I got to say, like, as a former athlete, my biggest worry about that game is beating the same team 3 times in a row. That is not something that is done regularly or easily. So we'll see. Calvin will definitely be mad. They will definitely be upset, and they will definitely come ready. So we'll see how Hope responds to that.
Absolutely. McAbee's going to pull and make a 3.
The shot clock is now turned off.
McAbee, another one of those seniors, and you can't say enough about what it's like to be a senior at any level, playing what might be your final game. For these seniors, they've played hard all game. We'd like to salute these Albion players for incredible careers and dedication to their program. We're going to see Evan Thomas check out, and he knows it. Look at the applause here.
A standing ovation here for Evan Thomas.
Standing ovation for number 24, the MVP, Evan Thomas.
And here comes the MVP chant.
Clayton Dykehouse will shoot free throws.
What is he, 100 for 100 tonight?
It feels like it, Austin. He's got 29 points, tied with Cortez Garland for most of any player tonight. And you hear the noise here in the bus. That is a career high for Clayton Dykehouse. 30 points, the most he has ever scored in his career. And what a time to do it in a game that will propel the Dutch to the MIAA tournament finals. Have a day, Clayton Dykehouse.
Have a day is right. Dropping a 30 bomb on the Albion Britons.
Wow. 31.
And here are his percentages again. 7 for 10 from the field, 6 for 8 from 3, and 11 for 12 from the free throw line.
Entering the lineup for the Britons, number 32.
And Evan Thomas comes right behind him with 27 points, 8 of 12 for the night. Did not miss any of his 10 free throws. And you said it at the beginning of the game. We wanted to see Dykehouse and Thomas take ownership of this game, and they did, especially in the second half.
Yeah, exactly. And the team needed them to step up, and Albion was making a run early in the second half. They stepped up, and they silenced Albion really quick. I mean, basketball is famous for being a game of momentum, and you can see here just how that momentum played out.
The Hope College Flying Dutchmen are not done yet.
No, sir, they are not done.
They defeat the Albion Brits 94-82.
What a game for the Dutchmen, and man, we sure do hope they can shoot like that for the rest of the season, because that was something to watch.
Absolutely.
Calvin defeated Trine 75-54. So the Flying Dutchmen will take on Calvin again, 7 p.m. start time right here at the Voss Fieldhouse.
It has been phenomenal watching these incredible athletes play this wonderful sport. Thank you for being with us tonight. Tickets are online at MIAA.org. They will be available for purchase later this evening. Tomorrow we have Hope women's team going to Trine to play, and the Dutch taking on Calvin here at Voss.
7 p.m. tip-off tomorrow. We'd love to have you here.
What a season it has been, and what a season I'm sure it will continue to be, Austin.
Yes, sir.
For everybody who's been a part of this production, I'd like to say thank you. For the fans at home, thank you for tuning in. This has been MIAA Tournament Basketball. I'm Matt Roebelin. Austin Cortez, do you have anything you'd like to lead us off with?
Drive home safe, Hope College.
Thank you all. Have a great night, and go Dutch.